Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to this event, and thank you for making me one of the first speakers as well. It's very fortunate and also good precedent that the EV Expo, which used to be held in Delhi, now is being held in Hyderabad, and we hope that EV Expo will continue to have make Hyderabad its destination for many years to come. So next year, Rajeev ji says that it will be a 3-day event, 16th, 17th, 18th of December. So I'll allow you to make those announcements as well. So I think you all know that EV is happening. EV is electric vehicles. I think whether we like it or not, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. But when you see it, it's already happening. It starts like this. Today you have a small forum, one hall, but I think few years from now, all the 4 halls will be filled because there will be so much activity in the EV space. Now, a lot of people are not extremely aware of some of the advantages of electric vehicles. I think it takes time for people to appreciate it, and it takes time for the industry to make more and more products, and it takes time for the cost to keep going down and down to make it really, really attractive. Now, it doesn't mean it has not arrived yet. It has already arrived, and there are a lot of people who are purchasing electric vehicles, 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers. You might have seen some of them in the stall. It's just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more out there, and it's happening. So, as a country, we are determined and we have decided that electric vehicle is the path. So, electric vehicle doesn't come just alone as a vehicle. It comes with so many other industries. It has a lot of battery industry, motor industry associated with it, electronics associated with it. Therefore, it's a new generation of industry. So I think India has a chance to take this on and become one of the leaders. So unlike in the past where we bought most of the electronics from other countries, in future, I think there could come a time where we walk out into the parking lot and see maybe 70 to 80% of them are electric vehicles, and out of that probably the bulk of them are made in India. So if we wake up at the right time and take this on, this particular opportunity can become a mass employment generator, mass economy generator initiative. So in this regard, I think we are taking the right steps as a country, and even as a state, I think we have a big vision for ourselves as Telangana. The vision is pretty clear. We want to become the most electrified state in the country. What we have planned to do is not only create kind of initiatives for its adoption, but for also its manufacturing. So it comes both ways. We want a lot of electric vehicles to be manufactured here, along with electric vehicles, many of its components like batteries, battery chargers, electronics, and so on. And at the same time, we also want to incentivize the adopters, the people who purchase, with various kinds of incentives to make sure that we become the most electrified state in the country. And you all know that power, when it comes to electricity generation, Telangana has made strides in the last 7 years since the creation of the new state. We started off being an energy starved state. That means we were producing less energy than what we were consuming. But today we are surplus in the sense that we are producing much more energy than what we consume, and we are on a path to increase it even furthermore and augment our energy generation program. So what this means is energy or the electricity will become easy accessible to all of us, which needs to be capitalized upon, because as you know, the price of the fossil fuels, which is like petrol and diesel, which we depend on imports, many times goes through a lot of refineries and other things, and in the end we end up paying a lot of taxes, and then the price of the fuel keeps going. But when it comes to energy, we can keep on decreasing the cost of the production. So that way, over a period of time, you'll start realizing that it just makes pure economic sense to start driving an electric vehicle, which is already happening. So not only is it environment friendly because it doesn't generate those gases, but it also makes economic sense. So as a state, we have given few incentives. So electric 2-wheelers are exempted 100% of the road tax and registration fee. Same with auto rickshaws. In auto rickshaws, we also give an additional incentive for retrofitment, and four wheelers for cars, that is private car owners, we give the same 100% exemption in road tax. And even we have a separate category for cab drivers as well for purchase, and same thing applies to them. For light good carriers as well, then electric buses, and also we are one of the first few states to announce the same for electric tractors also. In addition to these, we work closely as a government. We have a steering committee which meets quite often, consisting of various departments, to exchange notes on how to make this happen further. That's why you have my colleagues here from TSREDC. They are the nodal agency for a lot of electric vehicle activity in this state. And we have various departments who come together, come with the problem, and we solve it so that it becomes easier for the, and we make a lot of policy decisions in there and recommend them to the government as well. Now, coming to the manufacturing, there are a lot of incentives on the capital subsidy, SGST reimbursement, power tariff discount, electricity duty exemption, interest subvention, transport subsidy, even the discount on the land, and so on. So this makes it one of the most attractive destinations for anybody to start setting up and manufacturing. Now, today, on behalf of our Honorable Minister K.T. Rama Rao and my Principal Secretary, Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, I would like to use this opportunity to announce one more thing which has come as a request. And what that translates to is we are going to set up a 200-acre park for electric vehicle MSME at Sitarampur in Telangana. And this will be suited for MSMEs. The reason being, MSMEs are small revenue generating companies. Sometimes they are not as big that they can just go ahead and purchase something like this and start their industry, but they need a lot of helping hand to get going with some of the built up space and so on. So to accommodate that, we will be making sure that MSMEs are able to make Telangana their destination for manufacturing activity. And as I said, it starts like this. It starts small in every country, but out of those many MSMEs, some grow to become really big, and the rest of them will become suppliers and become collaborators and so on. So that's going to happen in India, and we want most of it to happen in Telangana. Not only on manufacturing, but even in electric vehicles, we are very proactive in energy storage, that means batteries. And we have an energy storage park dedicated for this at Divitapalli, which is going to be inaugurated very soon by our minister. So there are a lot of things that are happening from the state to make it very attractive. So I will not take further more time from you, and thank you very much for having me here.